Can you hear the birds? They're so cute. Hello and welcome. My name is Whitney Baldwin and I do a ton of different creative things here on this channel. Today I will be talking about the different programs at FIT and which one may be right for you. I'm currently a student in the Bachelor's Program. I am registering on Monday and there are a few things that I would like to tell you if you are new to the program, if you're thinking about applying, or if you're in the 1-year program, the 2-year program, or the Bachelor's Program, that's the 4-year. So if you want to hear my thoughts about the different programs that FIT offers and some different decisions that you're gonna have to make along the way, then keep watching. FIT has many different programs. There's a 1-year accelerated program that they offer for fashion design, advertising, marketing management, or advertising, marketing, and communications, and maybe the business school. I will have a link below of the 1-year programs, as well as the 2-year programs, and then the 4-year program. FIT used to only be a 2-year program. I think it was just, I'm not sure if it was just a certificate program or if it was an actual associate's degree, but they were only a 2-year college for a long time. A lot of my friends that I have in the industry that are older than me only got the 2-year degree from FIT, and they've been working in the industry for a really long time. So there's a big question in the student world asking, do you really need your bachelor's in fashion design, or can you just get away with having your associates? Honestly, I think if you're talented enough and you know what you want to do and you're very passionate, you could get by with just your associates. I'm going for my bachelor's degree because I'm a little bit older than the normal college student and I just want to go ahead and get it done and get it out of the way and move on with a career. I don't want to be stunted in something that I could grow in because I don't necessarily have my bachelor's degree. If you're young, if you're 18 and you just want to get the 2-year and then see what happens and go back and put your other 2 years in, that might be a perfect plan for you. But for me, I'm gonna stick it out, just go ahead and get my bachelor's because I feel like that is what is gonna open up the most opportunities for me in New York right now. That being said, if you already have your bachelor's degree or even a master's degree from another school and something different, I think you could definitely get by with either doing the 1-year accelerated program or the 2-year associates and be completely hireable. I think a lot of companies are looking for a bachelor's degree in something. If you have your bachelor's in business and then you got you did the 1-year accelerated program for fashion design, I think you would be super hireable. But if you're in a situation like me where I moved to New York when I was 18 and I didn't go to school because I really didn't know what I wanted to do and I went to school later on in life, then they're gonna wanna see a bachelor's degree. There's always the exception to the rule, but something that I keep thinking about is if I get hired now and then go down the line and I can't, and I'm not able to move up the ladder because I don't actually have my bachelor's, do I really wanna go back to school when I'm 40? Is that a likely scenario? I'm not sure, but it's something that I want to avoid if I can, especially now since I don't have any kids, I don't have a family, I'm relatively don't have any responsibilities, so I might as well go to school while I have this luxury. All right, let's talk about the difference between the 1-year accelerated program and the 2-year associate's degree. When I first applied to FIT, I had no idea that there was a 1-year program for fashion design. In hindsight, I kind of think I might have taken it, but seeing how the curriculum was and seeing how the students were, I'm really glad that I stuck with the 2-year. The 1-year students and the 2-year students do not necessarily get along. I'm not sure why, but for some weird reason, the 1-year students and the 2-year students do not really get along. I think because the 1-years are going through their own trenches, the 2-years went through our own trenches together, and the paths just never fully crossed, and there's just not the same respect for the different years. I don't know. I like everybody. Not everybody likes me. Pros and cons of the 1-year program. So apparently, I think the idea is to learn basically the same amount that you'll be learning in the 2-year, but in a tightly packed 1-year program that is trying to encompass everything. I think the pros of it are you can get it done quickly in half the time, obviously. And I think that's it. The cons are I don't think you learn things as thoroughly as the 2-year program. I mean, there's not enough time to really absorb all of the details that you need to know. And I think with the one-year program, a lot of things are rushed. It's extremely stressful. A lot of the students are overwhelmed and completely stressed out to the max. Regular fashion design students, the 2-year students, are extremely stressed out to the max. I don't know how the 1-year students do it. If they don't have as much homework, I'm not sure. If you're looking to absorb everything you possibly can about the fashion industry and about learning how to be a designer, definitely do the 2-year associates program and then the 2-year bachelor's program. If you already have a working knowledge in the industry and you've been working in the industry and you kind of know your way around pattern making and draping and fashion art and Illustrator and all of that kind of stuff, and you just need the degree, then do the 1-year program because you already have a leg up on everybody and you already know what you're doing. But if you're new to this and you're just soaking up all of the information that you possibly can, then I would definitely do the whole 4 years and definitely do the 2 years instead of the 1-year associate's degree. So the biggest decision you're gonna have to make is, are you gonna do the 1-year or the 2-year associates, and are you gonna stick it out and do the whole 4 years? That's kind of the first major decision that you have to make. The second one is, if you do the 2-year program for fashion design, then the 4th semester that you have, you're gonna have to decide if you want to do art specialization or just apparel specialization. If you want to be in the art specialization program, you have to apply and submit a portfolio and have an interview and actually apply for that program. It's not just a whoever wants to get in can get it. There are pros and cons to being an art specialization student and an apparel student. The one thing I will say is the art specialization students have way better portfolios and way better working marketing materials for themselves than the apparel students. But the apparel students also got to submit things for the runway and actually have people in the industry see their garments walk down the runway and be in an exhibit. So it really depends on what your strong suits are. I love art, but I'm better at draping and at actually making things with my hands. So I also think that in the bachelor's program, I'll have a really good opportunity to put together a fantastic portfolio and basically a senior thesis of garments and sketches and all that kind of stuff. So I wasn't trying to be too hasty with going directly into the art specialization. I still wanted to learn what they were offering, what the curriculum was offering in the 4th semester draping classes. And the next big decision you're gonna have to make is, if you do go to the upper level, the upper division with the bachelor's program, you're gonna have to pick a specialization. Knitwear, sportswear, special occasion, children's wear, I think intimate apparel, and maybe swimwear. But the 2 major ones are sportswear and knitwear. The argument that I keep hearing between students are, if they want to continue with the sportswear program, it's basically like doing the 2-year associates. Oh, that was a big bug. If you choose to do sportswear in the bachelor's level, I've heard a couple students complain that it's quite similar to what they did in the associates program, and they really recommend doing something different like evening wear or children's wear or knitwear, something that'll get you out of the same sportswear comfort zone that you were just in for the previous 2 years. You do have to have a certain academic standing for a few of these different specializations, but my dilemma is I want to study abroad and do my last year in Milan. My first pick specialization was to go into knitwear because I love knitwear, I love designing knits. It would be great for me to learn because it's adding to my skill set. But I also want to study abroad in Milan, and the knitwear program is way more intense than the sportswear program. And I'm kind of stuck between, do I want to learn knitwear and really give myself a leg up when it comes to getting a job and making more money, or do I want to stick with sportswear and have a lot more wiggle room in my schedule so I can take the business courses that I want to take? The only qualm I have about the fashion design major at FIT is they don't really they don't really budget into your curriculum any business courses. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business person. I'm a creative and business savvy. So there are different like entrepreneurial courses that I want to take at school, like how to write a business plan, entrepreneurialism, small business startups, business law, copyright law. There are a ton of different business courses that I think would benefit me as an entrepreneurial designer that I would love to take. But I can't really fit those courses in if I'm doing the knitwear program because all of your time is pretty much consumed with the knitwear curriculum. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm not really sure, and if I do get into the study abroad program in Milan, in the knitwear, I will have no time to explore Italy. If I do sportswear, I will have time to take art history classes, the history of art in Florence. I can actually go to Florence and study it. It'll be easier for me to take a multitude of classes in the sportswear program than it will if I'm in the knitwear program. But if I'm in the knitwear program, I could potentially get hired quicker and get paid more in the actual industry. So I'm not really sure what to do. The 5th semester doesn't really matter because everybody takes the same thing anyway. So I think I am registering for the sportswear program, but if I take these knitwear classes and I absolutely love it, then I'll change my major to knitwear and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope this helped at least one of you out there. I know it's very, very confusing and overwhelming, but you will get through it. Stop it. Stop. I know it can be confusing and overwhelming, but you'll be fine. Get through it. Please ask me any questions in the comments below that you have, and I'll be more than happy to help you answer them. First of all, just apply to school. Just go. Just get it going, because education is super, super important, and don't let it overwhelm you, because you can do it. There's always somebody there to help you guys. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I am doing a lot of different things on this channel, and I know it's pretty confusing, but hang in there with me. I'm trying to figure it out. I am still renovating this house, and if you want to see the progress of that, click on a couple other videos. It's actually really, really fun. Stick with me, and hopefully you'll learn something. Whew. The sun is creeping up my neck, and I am starting to really sweat. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.